Hey everyone, this is calster and let's talk about market structure. Okay, so this is an uptrend, okay? You see higher highs, you see higher lows until this thing changes. But this is very important that you notice that during an uptrend, we have to have higher lows, okay? And it's the same thing during the downtrend that I'm gonna show you in a minute. So here we have impulse correction until something changes and we have a lower low. Now take a look at this pick. The important thing to know is when is the real high and when is the real low. Let's talk about the downtrend. So you see impulse correction until this market doesn't make a lower low anymore. So what really matters during a downtrend is that we have lower highs. Okay, so you just have to focus on the highs during a downtrend, and you just have to focus on the lows during an uptrend. And this is the sideways market. So basically the highs and the lows, it doesn't go anywhere. Take a look at the 4-hour euro. This is actually pretty interesting. Now, let's talk about the best case scenario and the worst case scenario. So the market was making higher lows and higher lows and higher lows, right? And you decide, okay, now I'm going to buy, okay? So if 1 hour is bullish and 4 hours is bullish, you shouldn't actually sell. You should buy, right? It's not because you see a bearish order block that you should go short. Especially if the 4 hour is bullish, don't do that. Sometimes the 4 hour just makes this 50% correction and still bullish, and you shouldn't do anything, okay? This is the concept. So you find the last bearish candle, okay, before the impulse up, and this is your real low. On the other hand, let's find the high, okay? And the high is the last candle before the market really retraces, you know? When you have a breakup structure, everything changes and you have to shift this new high and this new low. And this is really, really, really important. Tips. If you see the lowest low, okay, and then the market just makes another low, you pick this last candle because this is most important. Same thing to the high, okay? So you find the last bearish candle and then here is your low. Let's understand the concept of market structure. If you take a look at the 4-hour chart, you can see that the price is making higher lows. There is always impulse and correction. And every time you see this impulse, you're going to see higher lows. And this is the best scenario. Now, let's talk about the worst scenario. Sometimes price will try to go lower. We're going to have some change of character there. But this is actually just a trap because maybe it's not for real. And then the price is not going really lower. So every time you see a breakup structure here, sometimes you would be tempted to find, a 1 hour bearish order block and then to wait for price to go there and then to go short. But the problem is, if the 4 hour is still bullish, you shouldn't go short at all. Because if you do, you'd get stopped out. This is why we always have to look at the 4-hour chart, because as long as the 4 hour is bullish, sometimes it's just not worth going short, So you would avoid going short at the bearish order block, especially at 1 hour. What we should do instead, the perfect trade here would be to wait until we see price going lower and moving to the bullish order block. And then you just buy. So all you have to do is have patience, because patience pays and greed kills. Let me show you some charts now. So we had a breakup structure. This is our new high. And now the low is really high. Okay, and something changed. Now we move it to the new low. And every time this thing does this, you're supposed to move. Every time you see this breakup structure where you have a lower low, okay? Now I'm fasting forward, so you train your eyes, okay?
goes walking, and when she passes, each one she passes goes when she walks, she's like a samba that sways so cool. She looks straight ahead, not at him. Tall and tan and young and lovely, the girl from Ipanema goes walking, and when she passes, he smiles, but she doesn't see. She just doesn't see. No, she doesn't see. She just doesn't see. Tall and tan and young and lovely, the girl from Ipanema goes walking, and when she passes, each one she passes goes when she walks, she's like a samba that sways so cool. She'll sway so gently that when she passes, each one she passes goes but he watches so sadly. How can he tell her he loves her? Yes, he would give his heart gladly, but each day when she walks to the sea, she looks straight ahead, not at him. Tall and tan and young and lovely, the girl from Ipanema goes walking, and when she passes, he smiles, but she doesn't see. She just doesn't see. No, she doesn't see. She just doesn't see.